You can use your foam roller to help break up tension in your lats and then layer in some movement right after that to help really focus on increasing the range of motion through your shoulders. Your shoulders take a beating. If you sit at a desk for long periods of time, have a long commute, or just a little bit sedentary, those shoulders can stop moving. In particular, the shoulder blades can kind of get stuck. So we want to free up some movement there. And then we can take this 1-2 punch approach where we take the foam roller, help break up any sort of tense points you're feeling, and then layer in some movement right after that to help hardwire that range of motion. So let's get ready to dive in. You'll need your foam roller and a little bit of space on the ground. Okay, I want you to start by foam rolling for 2 minutes on each side, hitting the lats to start with here. As you roll, we want to avoid any sort of bony spots, and when you find a tense point, don't run away from it. I want you to just pulse slow and steady at that tense point for a little bit. And as you're navigating that tense point, you want to really focus on your breath. We often hold our breath whenever we feel some sort of tension in our body. That's actually going to create more tension and restrict you even more. So I want you to think about nice, steady, rhythmic breathing as you're completing the foam rolling here. Just thinking about nice, steady breaths, controlling that motion all the way through. And remember, when you find any sort of tense points, slow the roll a little bit, pulse a little bit at that spot, and then go back to those longer brush strokes. With the foam rolling complete, transition to a floor angel with your knees bent. Number one, I want you to think about keeping that low back anchored to the ground. As you slide up and down with the arms, keep that elbow in contact with the floor. Those are your 2 points of contact that I'm really focusing on here. Then remember, we want to control that breath. We don't want to hold that breath. So as you reach overhead, think about exhaling. And then as you return those elbows down toward the hips, think about inhaling. Last point to think about here, move slow and steady and allow those shoulder blades to move. So we often get stuck with our shoulder blades because we're just kind of inactive throughout the day. Our body's not getting as much movement as we're used to at times. So think about allowing those shoulder blades to drift out a little bit as you reach overhead, and then the shoulder blades to drift back toward the midline of the body as those elbows pull back down. I want you to complete 12 to 15 repetitions here.